Here today to talk to you about your options in terms of food and nutrition whilst you are on the move. So the two things that we are bothered about when we're trying to choose any meal, whether that's a home cooked meal, whether that's going to be a meal that is out on the road, whether a meal deal, from a restaurant, all that kind of thing. We want to make sure that firstly, we know how many calories are going to be in that meal or an approximation. So you can use MyFitnessPal to do this, to guesstimate, or you can look at the calorie menu, which will be on most chain restaurants and should have those now. Aside from that, nutrition labels on the back of meal deal packets, all that kind of thing will help you know exactly how many calories are going to be in. Secondly, we want to make sure that we know how much protein is going to be in the meal. As a rule of thumb, 30 grams of protein per meal is going to be a good amount of protein to keep you fuller for longer. And that's why protein is important, because essentially protein not only helps you build muscle, recover faster from your training, but it will also keep you fuller for longer, which is essential when you are either dieting, out on the road, or trying to maintain your current physique. The reason why we want to focus on calories is because calories are king when it comes to weight management and fat loss. Calories versus the energy that you expend, the calories that you intake versus the energy you expend throughout the day will determine whether you lose weight, gain weight, or maintain your current weight. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to try and adhere to a diet whilst you're on the move, but however, it's not impossible and you certainly can do it. You just have to be savvy about the choices you make, conscious about the choices you make, and mindful of the food that you are eating so that it adheres to not only your goals, but it can keep you fuller, satiated in the moment. If you are on the move, you're going to have access to petrol stations, you're going to have access to service stations, probably restaurants here and there as well. In terms of more chain restaurants, and that's absolutely fine. Recommendations there are the bigger chain restaurants have to now display calories as part of their menus. That makes picking really easy, because you can obviously pick low calorie versus high calorie meals. And obviously if weight management is your goal or weight loss is your goal, then the lower calorie end of the meals are going to be the ones that you want to go for. So when it comes to making choices, the two things that we are going to be bothered about are calories and protein. The reason why we are firstly bothered about calories is because calories in versus calories out is an equation that results in either weight gain or weight loss or weight maintenance. So if your goal is to maintain weight, we want calories in to be the same as the calories we expend on a daily basis. If we are wanting to lose weight, we want the calories in to be less than the calories we expend on a daily basis. This creates what's called a calorie deficit, which is where your weight will drop. And the reason that weight gain happens is when the calories in is higher than calories out of part of the equation, and your weight will spike like so. So that being said, when we're making choices on the go, if we're looking at meal deals and things like that, we always want to try and pick the lowest calorie meal deal with the highest amount of protein. So for example, here I have a chicken and stuffing sandwich, which is 398 calories per pack and contains 23 grams of protein. Or to go along with that, I've got some fridge raiders, which per pack, again, is really low in calories. We're looking at 105 calories for 10 grams of protein. So all in all, we've got 30 grams of protein in this meal. And then the side was just a low calorie diet drink. So options there for you. You can also go with fruit as a side as well, which again is going to be low calorie. But what I would urge you to always do is just read the nutrition labels which are on the back. And the things we're focusing on are the lowest calories for the highest amount of protein. And they are the best choices for you to have when it comes to choosing and picking a meal deal.